High risk reward trades are what drives profitability in trading. The prop firms know this, and they know that they could never be profitable unless they figured out a way to reduce the risk to reward ratios. They couldn't do it in a way that made them look like they weren't trying to help traders. But why do they need to do that? Why do they need to make it seem like it's good for us? Let's take a step back in time and look at what proprietary trading firms used to be and what these new companies are claiming to be now. Prop trading stands for proprietary trading. Proprietary trading firms back in the day were firms that would let you trade with their capital, like real money. It wasn't a sim-funded space. One of these firms is S&B Capital. If you check out their YouTube, you will see that they are not a quote-unquote prop firm that we see now. You would actually have to move there and trade on their trading floor. What I call these new prop firms today are trader funding companies. These are not the same. They're completely two different models. But the new trader funding companies are acting as if and pretending to be prop firms, claim rules are for you, the trader, but in reality it is to make sure that enough traders fail that they remain profitable, which is fine. I just wish they would stop the charade and keep it real and stop acting like things that they're doing are for the traders. It took a long time for people to realize this. I realized it right away because I spent a lot of time trying to actually get on with a proprietary prop firm, one of the real ones like S&B Capital. So when you hear a prop firm these days calling themselves a prop firm, just know they're not. They're trader funding companies. When they say profit split, it is not a profit split. It is them paying you out of their profits. So when you make money in a sim-funded account, you're not splitting the profits because there was no profits in the trading market to make. What is happening in this case is that they're paying you out of their revenue, their bottom line. The profitable trader is factored in just like any other business expense. For these companies to be profitable, they must have a failure rate that is sustainable, trader success rate that is also sustainable. When you win, they lose, and when you lose, they make more money. Your interests are not aligned. So this is why you see consistency rules. This is why you see trailing drawdown, end of day drawdown, daily loss limits, payout restrictions. Every single rule that is in place is not there for you, the trader. It is there so that they remain open and profitable. Again, which is fine. I don't think that it's a bad thing. I think this is an amazing opportunity. I just think as a trader that is trading with these trader funding companies, you need to realize that they're not proprietary prop firms and your interests are not aligned, and you have to play the game. Knowing that our interests are not aligned and that these rules are really not there to help me, it should help you be more specific with which prop firms you choose, and then also what rules you're willing to trade with. I personally don't mind trailing drawdown because I get why it's there. I understand what they're trying to stop me from doing. They're trying to stop me from having big RR trades because they understand that that's how the majority of traders make money, which is by having high risk reward trades, risking $100 to make $300, $400, $500. That's how the majority of profitable traders are profitable. And out of all the rules that these prop firms implement, it is one of the few rules that you can actually gamify and still do what they don't want you to do. In a consistency rule, there's no way to get around that. Payout restrictions, there's no way to get around that. Scaling, there's no way to get around that, etc., etc. I could go on and on, but trailing drawdown is one of those few that you can gamify and do. And so that's what I'm going to be showing you in this video, is how to gamify trailing drawdown and still beat it and still get those high risk reward trades that are going to allow you to beat them at their game and allow you to be part of their business expenses instead of being their revenue and their profit. So stick around, guys. This is an absolute game changer. As traders, how do we actually stay in trades to get large risk reward without giving back a lot of profits? To do that, we're going to implement one-time framing, which takes advantage of expansion phases and price action. Expansion phases commonly occur, and one phenomenon that occurs within expansion is the previous candle's low will not be taken out in an up move. So I will stay in the trade as long as the previous candle's low is not closed below. This allows us to catch the expansion phase, get 95% of the profits available, and not give back any to the trailing drawdown. The ratchet effect is non-existent if you're using this as a dynamic exit strategy. Now, I would still be in the trade here. The previous low has not been taken out or closed below until right here. This is where I would exit. I've now gotten all the profit of the move and only given back a very, very small amount. Now, for a short trade, we're going to stay in the trade as long as the previous candle's high has not been closed above. Even if my target is hit, again, I'm going to stay in the trade and let it go my way, because this way I can get the most profit available while also not giving back very much. So I'll still be in the trade. So I hope you see the power of this. This is an incredibly powerful strategy that is going to not only make it so you beat trailing drawdown, but improve your risk to reward ratio across all trading accounts, whether it's intraday drawdown, static, or even a cash account where you don't have drawdown. I use this in every single trade I take. If prices hit my target, I don't exit. I wait for one time framing to end. And then right about here is where I would exit. We now have a close below the previous candle's high. All right, so right now I'm currently live on stream implementing one time frame in a take profit funded account. My target was here. It's allowed me to already get an extra 62 points in a live funded account trade. 62 points. So the power of one time framing is real. It not only helps you beat trailing drawdown, but it helps you win in all aspects of trading because it takes your risk to reward ratios to a whole different level, whole different playing field. My risk to reward ratio, even though I've been long the whole move down, I've only exited fully one time. I've been all in short since the open here. If we go to risk to reward rise at 7.6, it was not that great of a trade, right? Not that great, but if we look at where it's at now, it's an amazing risk to reward trade. Almost 5R on a single trade. Just because I implemented this one single, simple, easy rule that anybody else can implement that could drastically change your trading. Now I'm going to be breaking down how to scale out and how it can guarantee a winning trade and also keep trailing drawdown off your back. I'm going to go ahead and enter into a long trade here. Now my stop is going to go below the low. I'm going to be targeting an area much higher, like much higher, but I'm going to scale out at 1.5 times my initial risk. Let's go ahead and see how this plays out. All right, so right there, I'm going to go ahead and take off one contract. Okay, so now I've guaranteed that I can't lose on the trade, as you guys saw with the math. And then we're going to implement the second rule here, and we're going to let price expand upwards. We're not going to exit until the previous candle's low is taken out. And then you see how crazy the profits can get here when we are using that dynamic exit strategy. So right there, I would go ahead and exit the trade. And I just want to note, I was able to guarantee that I wouldn't take a loss, keep the trailing drawdown off my back initially at the beginning of the trade, while also allowing me to make $1,800 more. And then for the total gain of the trade is over $2,400. Super powerful. I want to share a couple examples with you guys so you really get a grasp of it, especially the one time framing, the dynamic exiting strategy, because it's the most powerful of the two. So if you're going to implement one of them, really focus on one time framing because it does such a good job at what it's made to do. So it took me a while to develop a strategy to beat trailing drawdown, but I eventually came to understand it and I beat it. So I want to share this knowledge with you guys here. You can use it on any time frame. The time frame is irrelevant. I will share with some time frames that I like to use it on. I personally like to use it on the 1 minute, the 3 minute, and the 10 minute. During really volatile times in the market, like the New York opening, I will use it on the 30-second though. So let's say I wanted to short this trade right here. Let me go back a second. All right, and let's say my target was here. Very good risk to reward already to begin with. The trade goes my way, right? I would first look to scale out, of course. I would view my risk to reward here. Anything over 1.3 to 1. Anything over 1.3 is acceptable to scale out on. Anywhere under 1.3 is going to cause a negative effect on your trading. Scaling out is very powerful, but not if you're not doing it the right way. So right here is a little bit over 2R. I could scale out here, right? And then I would guarantee quite a good winning trade at that. It would be pretty significant. So if I'm risking 32 points, that means I would profit $873, taking half of this off. So we'll go ahead and buy 5 back. And then to figure out how much risk I have left on the trade, I would just look here. So I have 32 points of risk times 5 contracts equals 160 points, $2 per point. So times 2. I have remaining $320 of risk in the trade right now. But again, I've already profited 870. So that means I would have a gain of $550 even if my stop gets hit. Okay. Hopefully you see right there that you can guarantee a winning trade. Like, and now you don't have to move your stop. You don't have to do anything. Okay. So now my target's here, but I'm not going to set a limit order there. I'm not going to limit my profits by setting a limit order. Limit orders, I think, were probably made by the brokerages to stop traders from getting enough profits to make sure that they stay profitable or something. It makes no sense to me why I would limit my orders here and not have a systematic way of ensuring that I get the most profit possible. So now the trailing drawdown is way off my back. Prices still continue in my direction, so I'm going to stay in the trade until the previous candle's high is taken out. And depending on the market, I might wait for a close or I might wait for a wick above it. It depends on the market and how much profit I have. So let's stay in the trade. So see right here, I've already guaranteed a lot more. I've already increased my risk to reward by a lot. So right here, my target, it was 3.2R. And now here it's 5. So I've almost doubled my risk to reward ratio. Still going. So now I have officially 2x my gain on the trade. And again, if this was a evaluation, a trailing drawdown evaluation, I already beat it. I just beat the game. Instead of having to take 3 trades, now I only have to take 1. And I guaranteed that I don't take a loss on it. So I don't know. It doesn't get much more powerful, guys. I've gotten past the trailing drawdown. I've ensured that I couldn't take a loss on the trade. And I beat the trailing drawdown. Now I have a unlocked account. And I would stay in the trade until the previous candle's highs, taken out. Which is right as soon as price went above that candle there, I would get out. So you'd be like, oh, you gave back a lot of points. No, not really. I still doubled my risk to reward ratio. I only gave back a very small amount of profit compared to how much profit I got. And imagine this over a set of, you do this 10 times over a set of trades. Man, that's a huge difference in your P&L. So I've created a website to help other traders find good prop firms to trade with. When I first got into prop firm trading, there wasn't very many good funding companies to trade with, and I got screwed over a few times. So I created verified trader funding where I guarantee the payouts with the companies that are on here, which you can use as like an insurance for your prop trading. Instead of just using my link or my code for no reason, you can use my code and link and get insurance guaranteed payouts with the companies that I verified. I have all the discounts that you need with the best prop firms. Get the best discounts while also getting protection for your prop trading. And then I also have a Discord where you can trade with me live every single day in the paid section, but you can also join for free right now for free, guys. You don't have to pay. You can join for free. And then every Tuesday, I trade live for everybody. You can also ask me questions in the chat anytime you like, and I'll answer them for you guys. So no reason not to join. Join the Market Masters Gang Discord today. So I have a couple more videos on trailing drawdown and beating prop firms that I am going to put up in the right hand corner. You can go ahead and check them